Please like, hit that button, and please hit that button. Subscribe.
Wait, what?
That was cool. Keep that in there too. Wait, what? That was cool.
No. I'm not keeping wait, what?
Wait, what?
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the break room.
Hola.
What's going on? As always, appreciate you guys stopping by, watching these vids with us. It's going to be part 5 of Age of Spin. Dave Chappelle, Age of Spin, guys. A lot of you guys want to Sticks and Stones. That's only on the Patreon. We can't put it on YouTube. Go check out the Patreon $5, guys. This so far has been a pretty good. What do you say so far though, as far as his special? It's good. He doesn't have a bad special.
It's not good.
It just don't compete really with Sticks and Stones.
No, it doesn't. Sticks and Stones was like, wow.
Shit, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Or
Killing Me Softly.
This
Killing
might
Me Softly was
this might be
good,
his weakest one.
But it's not
good.
down. It's not down.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's just the other ones are just great.
Yeah.
Well, when you say weakest one is like saying, you know what I'm saying? Like they
Right.
all,
Yeah.
Right. This is
the weakest of the greats ones.
Right. This is the sorriest Hall of Famer.
Right.
NBA player or something, which is still a Hall of Famer.
Right.
Let's check it out, guys.
Do it on.
Real quick, want to give a shout out to Cobra. Want to give a shout out to Cobra, man. Cobra, we appreciate the support that you give to the channel, man.
Always.
Really do. Thanks for being part of the Patreon. Everybody on that Patreon, man. Thanks for everything you do, man. Cobra, we appreciate you.
Good looking out.
It's the next best thing. Oh, yeah, you kids don't know. Your generation is just determined to be angry, mad. Everybody's mad. Back when we were growing up, only black people were mad. Now, everybody's just trying to get in on the act. I try to think to myself, well, when did everyone get mad? And then I realized this happened before we were born. This is a long way to go, but probably started in the Second World War. Think about it. All these black men, millions of black men, leave the United States for the first time, go over to Europe with America's armed forces and fight the Nazis and make more money fighting Nazis than they ever dreamed they would make in the United States. And a lot of those men, while they were in Europe, just to be real, not to be crass, a lot of them probably got their dick sucked by white women. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, this was World War II Europe, and these were desperate times, and penises were being sucked for shoelaces and chocolate and very frivolous things.
Shoelaces.
Frivolous times.
And it's very hard to come back to America and sit on the back of the bus after you've been in the south of France getting your dick sucked for a Crunch Bar or some crazy shit like that.
Crunch Bar.
In the south of France for a Crunch Bar. It's great, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Crunch Bar.
Shoelaces or a piece of chocolate.
Frivolous activities.
Yeah.
But he's speaking.
Yeah, it was.
He's probably 100% right.
A lot of soldiers never came back. They probably lived there. They probably, yeah.
Once you got out and saw, like, wow, okay, so this is
It's a big world.
this is not what's
big world.
And then you go back today, you're like, what the fuck? No, this ain't.
Yeah. We get it.
That's a life-changing experience.
Brian Chappelle.
And while that was happening in Europe,
Got 5 minutes.
here in America, for the first time,
Alright.
women entered the workforce in mass. By
He's got 5 minutes
You see
for
what's
you.
going on, folks?
Whenever you're ready, give me and Gus your 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, don't throw Gus in. Gus is throwing you in.
Matter of fact, you can do that shit right here on the fucking camera.
The last
You can give
word.
your 5 minutes to them.
How dare you speak? I speak, not you. That's
Whenever
what he's
you're
saying.
ready, give them your 5 minutes.
I'm the narrator, not him. That's what he's trying to say.
No. Give them your 5 minutes whenever you're ready, and we'll critique it.
I do not live by your.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Okay, I'm scared.
Don't give your jokes just to Gus. Give it to
Okay.
them too.
No, because they're about you. Those are jokes.
Okay.
Okay?
For us.
the millions. All the men were gone. Someone had to run the factory. The ladies did it. That's right. This was the first generation of American women to have independent income in mass. And when the men came back, the women weren't the same. American women had grown. They were uttering phrases that no woman on earth had ever spoken before. Things like no and shut the fuck up and I don't feel like it. And then behind the scenes of that, there was a little-known government agency that started testing mind-controlled drugs on the American public. They fucked up. They tested it for 12 years. They didn't realize these drugs were not mind-controlling. They were mind-expanding. It was LSD and mescaline and shit like that. And for the first time, there was a new school of thought that was chemically induced that made people question the very society they lived in. By 1960, the President of the United States was only 42 years old. Can you imagine? DMX is older than that. And he was gonna usher in a new era of peace. He was gonna avoid the Cold War. He was gonna end segregation. And they blew his fucking brains out in front of everyone in Dallas. This country was never the same. There were 7 more major assassinations in the 60s. Anyone that stood up and said anything was shot down in the streets like a fucking dog. Kennedy, King, X, Evers, on and on. You didn't even have to be famous. You could be a college student at Kent State or in Mississippi protesting the Vietnam War, and they shot them too. The 70s were a wild era, and while all this was going on, Bill Cosby raped 54 people.
The way he just throws that shit in there, dog.
This guy.
All that crazy.
Like the same
fucking
OJ.
shit.
Oh, he did that shit.
man.
What's going
I
on
forgot about that.
during that whole period?
This man just went through minutes and minutes
60s,
of chronological
70s,
order.
80s, 90s. Bill Cosby was getting busy.
And through all that, Bill Cosby has raped 54.
55. Under stealth light.
Bruh,
Under the
that
radar.
is, to me, how you make a joke.
That's how you do it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how you
Not just step on the stage and black people and white people.
What about black church?
Who goes church? Who goes church? Like, yeah, no, seriously.
Sure. Yeah.
The 70s were a wild era, and while all this was going on, Bill Cosby raped 54 people. Holy shit, that's a lot of rapes, man.
Beautiful.
This guy's putting up real numbers.
54.
He's like the Steph Curry of rape.
Real number.
Man, that's a lot of rapes. 54?
That's insane.
He had raped 30 less people.
Yeah, that's like Harvey Weinstein is like
That's still 24 rapes.
That's wild.
That's insane.
I was telling people, some people are like, oh, some of them are lying. I'd be like, bro, great. Let's say 90% of them are fucking lying. He still raped 5 or 7 people.
Let's say 40 of them are lying.
Still a lot.
Still raped 14 people.
Yeah, exactly.
Rape 1 is a lot.
Right.
Oh
Exactly.
my God.
Right. What the fuck?
Bill Cosby, rich, good-looking guy,
Crazy.
brain.
Don't matter, bro.
Yeah, what? That's
They be
that.
sick in
That's
the
that.
head,
That's
bro.
that.
They be sick
That
in
really
the fucking
is.
head.
Harvey Weinstein, I can see. He's a walking sloth.
He's just a
looking
pig,
dude.
yeah.
Just looks like a fucking.
Just money, but yes.
I just don't understand that.
Hit the arrow. We're supposed to look at what I do when I'm watch it work. Boom, boom.
Don't forget each one of these rapes
Silicon
has
Valley.
8 hours of sleep in it.
Yeah. Check some silicone.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's over 400 hours of rape.
Don't laugh, Pastor. It's
It
mad.
only takes 65 hours to get a pilot's license.
I'm sorry, I was talking.
He's so smart,
That's
man.
fucking good.
He's so smart.
Oh, God, that was
He
good.
takes it.
Now, if you don't get that, folks, don't talk goodbye. Say
That boy
goodbye.
did the math.
I did the math. That shit's good.
Don't forget each one of these rapes has 8 hours of sleep in it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's over 400 hours of rape. It only takes 65 hours to get a pilot's license.
Fuck, they missed it.
If rapes were aircrafts, this nigga's Top Gun for sure. Yeah, that's a tough one. You know, and I was on stage not too long ago. I was in Syracuse, New York. Yeah, well, yeah, for Syracuse, but the show didn't go so good. All because I was talking about Bill Cosby a little bit. Not a little bit, I'll be honest. Talked about him for like maybe 25 minutes. And a woman stood up in the back of the room and she screamed out, "You are a fucking asshole for saying these things." I know.
job.
Instantly, I felt, like bad. Not bad about what I was saying. I just felt bad, like, oh, that's too bad she doesn't like the show. I didn't realize it at first, but not only did she say that, she was rushing the stage. By the time I saw her, I just saw this shadowy figure fucking charging up the aisle towards me in full fight mode. I was horrified. I said, oh my God. I'm gonna kick this bitch in the face. Lucky for me, I didn't have to. Security tackled her, but it was a really fucking horrifying scene. Scuffle ensued, and then, finally, she screamed out to me, women suffer. I said, I know. And ladies, I need you to know that I know. I need you to know, seriously, there's a lot of men in this room that identify themselves as feminists. I would include myself in that. Don't ever forget, we all have mothers and daughters and sisters and wives, and we want to see all these women do well and not be held back by their gender. There's a lot of men like that in this room. There's a lot of men like that in the world, or as we are known on the streets, bitch-ass niggas. But as this woman was wrestling and screaming at me, I started to take offense. And I'm gonna be honest, race was involved. She was a young white woman. Well-intentioned, but it's like not thinking it all the way through. Bitch, how the fuck are you going to yell at a black man about discrimination? She didn't get it. She just kept going. Women suffer. I know. Women suffer. Same team. Women suffer. I know. And this wish went too far. We suffer just like you. Slow your roll, bitch. You suffer, yes, but not like me. Not like us. She goes, suffering and suffering, what's the difference? I said, come on, white woman, you know what it is. You was in on the heist, you just don't like your cut.
Damn. Wow. Whoa.
You suffer, I suffer.
You just like your cut.
You suffer, I suffer. That's how it works. Can't do comparative suffering. If you're hungry and your friend says, people are starving in Africa, so what, nigga? I still want lunch. Black people know about comparative suffering, and you know this is a fucking dead-end game. Blacks and Jews do that shit to each other all the time. You ever played Who Suffer More with a Jewish person? It's a tough game.
Tough game.
Whenever you think you got the Jewish guy on the ropes, that motherfucker will be like, well, don't forget about Egypt. Egypt? God damn it, I ain't going all the way back.
Forget World War I and II. Forget World War I and II. Egypt. They go back to biblical times just to win. Egypt. That's good. That's good.
Dave is a fool, man.
To Egypt?
That's good.
What the fuck is wrong with her? What does she think? Does she think that I don't know that rape is wrong? Does she think that maybe I don't have empathy for Bill Cosby's alleged victims? And I would be remiss if I didn't remind you that technically these are all still allegations, although I admit it looks very bad. But perhaps, if she looked at it correctly, she would have empathy for me, the man she was attacking. 42-year-old black comedian. Obviously, Bill Cosby was a hero to me. And she doesn't know what it feels like to think that your hero might have done something so heinous. My God, you can't imagine. It'd be as if you heard that chocolate ice cream itself had raped 54 people. You'd say to yourself, oh man, but I like chocolate ice cream. I don't want it to rape. Didn't want to believe it. At first, I didn't believe it. I was like, man, these people are obviously trying to destroy Dr. Cosby's rich legacy. Even 34 allegations into it, I was still like, man.
Look at her face.
Probably only raped 10 or 11 of those people.
Right, you gotta shake your head.
I know, but it's really tough. You know, you guys are young, so imagine if you found out 40 years from now that Kevin Hart raped the 54th paper. You'd be like, oh my God. The only one that would believe that would be Cat Williams. He'd be like, I knew that motherfucker was up to something.
That's good. That's good. That was off the cuff just now.
Let's end that there, man. We got one more part, guys. One more part. Dave is a genius when it comes to comedy, but we say it loosely, and just joking wise, slang wise, he's a fool, he's an idiot, he's a clown. Somebody actually left a comment, I think on one of Shane's vids. You said he's an idiot. What do you say?
Took your word
No,
for word.
you gotta be joking.
I said, bro.
I
I said, if I have to explain this to you, just don't come back to this channel.
wow.
You was calling me an idiot. I was like, I cannot
Wow.
believe you're literally you're taking that way. Like, what world are you from?
Wow.
What era? What? Like,
Right.
Just don't get it, man.
Jesus,
Right.
that's wild. And when I say Jesus, I'm not talking about the real Jesus.
Right,
I'm just
exactly.
saying Jesus.
Don't use his name, man. Yeah,
Oh my God.
Wow.
Subscribe so that you don't miss the next part. It's gonna be the last part 6. Appreciate you guys, man. Cobra, appreciate the support you give to the channel.
Good looking out.
Really do. Thanks for being part of the Patreon. Right now, guys, $5 Patreon, 100 videos. Go check it out.
Bang.
See you next time.